And gentlemen, success doesn't begin in your bank account, your resume, or your social circle. It begins in your mind. Every empire, every invention, every great work of art started as a single thought, nurtured, believed, and acted upon with unwavering faith. If you want success, then you must build the mind that attracts it. Everything starts with purpose, not just any purpose, a definite, all-consuming purpose that seizes your imagination and commands your attention. When you truly decide what you want in life, with such clarity that no obstacle can cloud your vision, you begin the process of turning thought into reality. Most people drift through life with vague desires. They say they want success, happiness, wealth, or freedom, but they can't define those terms specifically. And because they're unclear, their minds scatter energy in every direction, like a flashlight with a dying battery. But when you lock onto a clear, specific aim, your thoughts become like a laser, sharp, focused, and capable of cutting through resistance. The finiteness of purpose gives your mind a target. It becomes the compass by which you make decisions. Suddenly, opportunities become easier to identify because you know exactly what you're looking for. Distractions lose their power because anything that doesn't move you toward your purpose becomes irrelevant. Your mind stops wandering aimlessly and starts working for you, filtering out the noise, attracting the right ideas, drawing the right people, and directing your energy with intention. Think of every successful person who changed the world. Every one of them began with a single, specific vision. Whether it was to build a company, launch a movement, write a book, or invent a technology, the clarity of that desire lit a fire inside them that burned through doubt, failure, and fatigue. They didn't wait to feel ready. They didn't ask for permission. They decided. That decision became their foundation. Now here's the truth. Developing a definite purpose doesn't happen by accident. It requires effort. It means sitting down, turning inward, and asking yourself the hard questions. What do I truly want? What would I pursue if I knew I could not fail? What work would I do even if I wasn't being paid? What problem do I feel called to solve? These are not questions to be answered in a rush. They are questions that deserve time, thought, and honesty. Because once you answer them, you hold in your hands the blueprint for everything that follows. But clarity alone is not enough. You must take that purpose and turn it into a mission. You must write it down. Speak it out loud, think about it daily, obsess over it, not with fear, but with faith. When you repeat your purpose often enough, it begins to imprint itself onto your subconscious. And the moment your purpose moves from being just a thought to becoming part of your identity, you start operating on a different level. Your decisions become bolder, your actions become more aligned, your confidence grows, not because everything is easy, but because everything now has meaning. Purpose is the root of all achievement. It's the first brick in the foundation of success. Without it, you wander. With it, you build. Decide what you want. Make it definite. Let it burn so brightly in your mind that the world cannot help but feel its heat. Belief is the force that drives all achievement. When you believe in your ability to accomplish something, you awaken a power within you that goes beyond logic, talent, or circumstance. Faith in yourself is not some abstract, soft idea. It's a mental discipline, a choice you must make every day. Without belief, the best ideas wither. With belief, even the most impossible goals become inevitable. Most people are waiting for proof before they believe. They want to see signs that something is possible before they commit to it. But success never works that way. You don't get belief after you succeed. You succeed because you believe. Your mind must be trained to see the outcome before it becomes visible. That's what faith is. It's vision beyond sight. When you carry faith in your purpose and in your own capacity to fulfill it, you begin to reshape your mental patterns. Every thought you think, every word you say, every emotion you allow starts aligning with that core belief. You stop asking, what if it doesn't work? And start thinking, how can I make it work? That shift in mindset is everything. The greatest achievers were not born more talented than you. They simply refused to doubt, even when the evidence didn't support them, even when people told them to give up. They chose belief. That belief became their armor against fear, their fuel during setbacks, and their anchor during storms. But belief must be fed. You don't just decide to believe once and then walk away. You cultivate it daily like a fire that must be stoked. One of the most effective ways to build belief is through repetition. What you repeat to yourself, your inner dialogue, becomes your truth. Speak words of confidence even when you don't feel them. Declare your purpose. Affirm your strength. Condition your mind to expect success, not failure. Over time, your subconscious begins to adopt those thoughts as its baseline, and your actions begin to rise to meet that standard. Another tool to strengthen belief is imagination. You must see yourself succeeding in your mind before you can do it in the real world. Visualize yourself achieving your goals. Imagine the feelings, the results, the impact. See it so vividly that your brain begins to accept it as fact. That mental rehearsal builds emotional certainty, and emotional certainty leads to bold, decisive action. Surrounding yourself with belief is just as important. The people in your environment either reinforce your confidence or undermine it. Use voices that lift you, challenge you, and hold you to your higher standard. Even if no one around you sees the vision, you must be the loudest voice in your own mind. Faith doesn't mean ignoring obstacles. It means refusing to be defined by them. It's knowing that setbacks are temporary, that you are adaptable, and that the power within you is greater than anything outside you, and you believe fully in your purpose and your ability to reach it. Success becomes not just possible, but inevitable. Your thoughts are the blueprint of your reality. Whatever dominates your mind eventually shapes your actions, your habits, and your outcomes. That's why the ability to control your thoughts isn't a luxury, it's a requirement for success. You cannot afford to let your mind drift. You must take full command of it, ruthlessly and consistently, because if you don't control your thoughts, the world will do it for you. Most people let thoughts come and go without examination. They absorb ideas from television, social media, news, and conversations without ever filtering them. Visualize the results you're aiming for. When your day starts with purpose, you create mental momentum that pushes you forward with clarity. Equally important is awareness throughout the day. Learn to observe your thoughts in real time. When fear, doubt, or negativity shows up, and they will, don't suppress them, confront them. Ask where they came from, challenge them, and then shift them. This kind of mental discipline doesn't happen overnight, but with repetition, it becomes instinctual. Intelligence is not enough. Even motivation, as powerful as it feels in the beginning, will fade. What remains, the fuel that carries you through every challenge, every delay, every doubt, is persistence. There's a simple truth most people avoid. Success will test you. Not once, not twice, but over and over. The world doesn't hand out rewards just because you want something. It demands proof of your commitment. And the only way to show that proof is through relentless, unwavering effort, even when progress feels invisible. The difference between those who win and those who quit lies in the decision to keep going when every excuse says stop. Persistence isn't glamorous. It's not flashy. It often looks like quiet work in the dark while others sleep. It looks like getting up after the 5th rejection, the 10th failure, the 100th setback. But within that struggle, something extraordinary happens. You get stronger. You get sharper. You build mental muscle that can't be developed any other way. Understand this. Persistence is not natural. It is trained. It's a habit you build by refusing to break promises to yourself. Every time you say, I will continue, and you follow through, you strengthen the muscle. And every time you give in to discouragement, that muscle weakens. It doesn't matter how small the task. If you commit to finishing it no matter what, you are programming your mind to persist. One powerful way to build persistence is to anchor it to purpose. When your goal is just a wish, quitting is easy. But when it's connected to a deep personal reason, a mission that touches your heart, then persistence becomes natural. You don't stop because it's not an option. You burn the boats. You're all in. Another tool is to break your journey into daily, achievable steps. If you focus only on the massive end goal, it can overwhelm you. But when you commit to consistent daily action, no matter how small, you stay in motion, and motion creates progress. Progress builds confidence, and confidence fuels more persistence. You must also learn to expect obstacles, not fear them. When something blocks your path, don't see it as failure. See it as feedback. See it as an opportunity to adapt, adjust, and become more resourceful. Every time you overcome something, you gain not just momentum, but identity. You become the kind of person who finishes what they start. Surround yourself with reminders of your why. Create a routine that keeps your vision in front of you. Speak persistence into your own ears. And when motivation fades, and it will, you'll have something stronger to rely on. The decision to continue. Persistence is not a feeling, it's a mindset. It's the quiet, steady force that builds greatness, one effort at a time. And when you master it, there is no dream beyond your reach. You become like the people you spend the most time with. Whether you realize it or not, your environment is shaping your mindset, influencing your decisions, and setting the standard for what you believe is possible. That's why, if you're serious about success, you must become intentional about who and what you allow into your life. You must surround yourself with power, people, energy, and environments that elevate you, challenge you, and push you forward. No one succeeds in isolation. Every great achiever was influenced by mentors, peers, and examples that raised their standards. When you are around individuals who are driven, focused, and relentless, that energy begins to infect you. You think bigger. You expect more from yourself. You act with more urgency. But when you're surrounded by negativity, doubt, and mediocrity, even the strongest mindset can start to weaken. You pick up on excuses. You adopt limiting beliefs. You start to settle without even realizing it. Your circle should reflect where you're going, not where you've been. That means seeking out those who are already living at a higher level, people who think in terms of growth, contribution, and discipline. If you're the smartest or most motivated person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Success is not something you stumble upon. It's something you build, step by step, through consistent, deliberate action. No matter how strong your vision is, no matter how powerful your mindset becomes, without action it all remains a dream, and not just occasional action. Daily, definite action, the kind that builds momentum, sharpens discipline, and brings your goals out of your mind and into the world. Too many people wait. They wait for the right time. They wait for motivation. They wait until they feel ready. But success doesn't reward those who wait. It rewards those who move. Action is the bridge between thought and reality. You can read all the books, study all the strategies, write the most beautiful goals on paper. But if you don't act, nothing happens. The truth is, action creates clarity. You don't need to have the entire path figured out before you begin. In fact, you won't have it figured out. The road to success is revealed one step at a time. But you only see the next step after you take the first. Every action you take provides feedback. It teaches you something. It moves you forward, even if the result isn't perfect. That's why your goal should be progress, not perfection. Don't get stuck trying to make everything flawless before you begin. Start where you are with what you have. Do what you can today and improve as you go. Waiting for perfection is just another form of fear disguised as preparation. And fear has no place in the life of someone who is determined to win. There is tremendous power in consistency. Small daily actions may seem insignificant in the moment, but over time they compound. Just like a drop of water can carve through stone, consistent effort applied with purpose can break through any obstacle. Discipline beats talent when talent doesn't show up. If you can build the habit of taking meaningful action every day, whether you feel like it or not, you will start separating yourself from the crowd. Start your day with a clear plan. Identify the 1 to 3 actions that will move you closer to your goal. Then make those actions non-negotiable. Treat them like appointments with your future. The more you keep those promises to yourself, the more your confidence grows. And with confidence comes power. Action also fuels belief. The more you act, the more evidence you create that you are capable. This builds momentum. And momentum makes everything easier. It silences doubt. It quiets fear. It turns effort into results. That's how success becomes inevitable. Not through a massive burst of effort, but through daily, definite, focused action. And wait for the right mood, the right moment, or the right conditions. Just move. Success responds to movement. And every time you take a step, you're proving to yourself and to the world that you're serious about your purpose. 1 step a day, every day, will take you further than 100 great intentions never acted on. Keep moving, keep building. Let your actions speak the language of your vision. Success is not reserved for the chosen few. It is claimed by those who choose it, who shape their minds with purpose, belief, discipline, and relentless action. Everything begins with a definite purpose, and so clear and powerful that it becomes the guiding force of your life. That purpose, fueled by unshakable belief, demands that you take control of your thoughts, protect your energy, and persist long after others quit. It asks you to choose your environment wisely, to walk among those who lift you higher, and to take bold, focused action every single day. This journey isn't easy. It's not meant to be, but the rewards are more than worth it. Not just the success itself, but the person you become in pursuit of it. You build strength, clarity, and confidence. You'll walk through fear. You'll rise after every fall. And in the process, you'll realize that success was never just about the goal. It was about growing into the kind of person who makes it inevitable. So the question is not whether you're capable. You are. The question is whether you'll decide right now to take ownership of your mindset and create the life you were meant to live. Everything you need is already within you. Now go prove it.